how many kids are we adding? Just to clarify. Two
Two
kids.
more. The child Aiden was previously established in the order signed by the court on February 25th, 2015. The current live pleadings filed on file from the state are asking the court to establish and make orders regarding the children Addison and Aston.
I take judicial notice.
All right. And the state would first call Ms. Reyes. Ms. Reyes, do you have I'm sorry, let me scratch that. How many children do you and Mr. Albritton have together?
3.
All right. Do you have a court order for Mr. Albritton to pay you support for any of those 3 children?
Yes, he's court ordered for Aiden, the oldest.
All right. At this time, the state would ask the court to take judicial notice of the order and suit affecting the parent-child relationship that was signed by the court on February 25th, 2015, specifically the portions regarding conservatorship, possession and access, current child support, and current medical support.
I take judicial notice of the order signed February 25th, 2015. That includes Ms. Reyes was appointed the managing conservator and Mr. Albritton the possessory conservator. There was no geographic restriction. There were stair-step visitations. Would you like me to recite those on the record?
No.
I don't believe that's necessary, Judge.
Okay, there was gross resources of $1,733.33. Mr. Albritton had 1 other child. Child support was set at 17.5%. Mr. Albritton was ordered to pay cash medical support of $78 per month beginning March 1st of 2015. He was ordered to pay child support of $250 per month beginning March 1st of 2015. No back child support was ordered, and there was a third-party non-disclosure. So I take judicial notice of that order. Is there anything I missed that I need to be aware of?
No, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Reyes, have you had an opportunity to review a current financial activity report in your child support case for Aiden?
Yes, we looked at it today.
All right. And Ms. Reyes, does this financial activity report accurately reflect the previously ordered support obligations for Aiden?
Yes.
I'm trying not to look because it's not in evidence yet.
Okay. And Ms. Reyes, has Mr. Albritton made you any direct payments for child support or medical support that are not reflected on this pay record?
He has made 2 Venmo payments totaling $200.
Okay. Besides those $200 worth of Venmo payments, are there any payments for support that are not reflected on this financial activity report?
No.
Right. At this time, the state would offer what's been marked as State's Exhibit 2, the pay record in this case. The financial activity report in this case, rather.
Ms. Reyes, do you have any objection to me admitting State's Exhibit 2?
No.
State's Exhibit B, I believe. I believe we entered the, oh no, it was 1. Okay, so State's Exhibit 2.
No, no objections.
Okay, State's Exhibit 2 is admitted. I can see it now.
And Ms. Reyes, since 2015, have you and Mr. Albritton had additional children together?
Yes.
All right, and what are their names?
Addison Albritton, Aston Albritton.
And when were they born?
Addison 09/18/20, or excuse me, 09/30/18. Aston was May 7th of 2020.
And When they were born, did you and Mr. Albritton sign acknowledgements of paternity for the children?
Yes.
Is there any possibility someone other than Mr. Albritton could be their father?
No.
Okay.
More importantly, were you married to anybody at the time of either of their births?
No, ma'am.
And Ms. Reyes, are you and Mr. Albritton able to make decisions together for Addison and Aston?
No.
Okay. Are you able to communicate about the children?
No.
Do you believe that Mr. Albritton is capable of making responsible decisions for the children?
No.
Why not?
He's mentally not stable. He's not consistent. He's unreachable. So no.
Do you believe it's in the children's or Addison and Aston's best interest for Mr. Albritton to have a standard possession and access order for the children?
It needs to be modified, so there's X amount of periods where it's supervised, and if he can complete those sober, then yes, he should be able to see them.
Why do you believe Mr. Albritton's possession and access for Addison and Aston should be supervised?
Just a year ago, he was arrested for assault in Burnett County. He's continuously, in my opinion, in and out of prison or jail. It's obvious that he is constantly under the influence. So no, the kids are not safe with him until we can guarantee that he's sober.
When was the last time Mr. Albritton saw Addison and Aston?
May 5th, 2024?
Okay. And since that time, has Mr. Albritton made any requests or arrangements to see the children?
No.
And we previously mentioned that the possession and access order for Aiden was a step-up possession and access order. Did Mr. Albritton complete any of those visits as court ordered?
No.
So he hasn't visited the other child since 2015?
He visited May 5th of 2024. All three of them.
I thought she was asking about the first child. Can you clarify that, Ms. Laskowski?
So when was the last time he visited the three children together?
May of 2024.
Okay. And can you give the court a little bit of context about how that visit went?
I typically invite him to birthday parties, knowing he's probably not going to show up, but luckily he did show up and he came to my house for Aston's birthday party, and his birthday is May 7th.
Okay.
So is it your testimony that he hadn't seen Aiden since that last order all the way until May of 2024? That was my question.
No, he has seen him between 2015 up until 2024.
Okay, so he did some of the visits under the stair step.
No. No, he did not. But we have seen him a time or two. I definitely not. I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I mean, we
okay.
did see him because I had two other kids with him. So yes.
So he didn't do them as court ordered, but he did see them or did see Aiden. So what was he saw Aiden in then? If
I'm
it
sorry.
wasn't as per the court order?
I can't even tell you when we got back together, but let's say 2018. the beginning of 2018, up until February of 2020. But within that time, he was in and out of being incarcerated. So, I mean, it wasn't really a consistent thing.
So between 2015, when the order was put in place for Aiden, and 2018, when the two of you resumed your relationship, did Mr. Albritton see Aiden at all?
Yes, with me being present.
Okay. How many times?
So long ago, almost a decade ago. Let's say 4 times. I don't know.
Okay. And were you present each of
Correct.
those visits? Okay.
Yes.
How long were those visits?
Yeah, I really don't have a time frame. I couldn't even tell you. I think it's fair to say from 2015 up until 2020, he was in and out
How are the children insured now for
through
health
my
insurance?
employer. My employer.
And
I'm sorry, what was that? What was your answer, Ms. Reyes?
Through my employer.
Your employer, okay.
and the health coverage, how much does that cost you per pay period for the policy, for the entire policy? For the entire health policy, to be exact.
$263.34 per pay period, and I get paid bi-weekly.
Okay. And who all does that health policy cover?
Myself, Aiden, Addison, and Easton.
And do you know how much the health policy would be for you as an employee only?
$105.11
Is that monthly or per pay period?
per pay period.
Right. And how are the children insured for dental?
Through my employer.
Right. And how much does that dental policy cost per pay period?
For all of us or just the kids?
All of you.
Dental, $40.54.
Is that also bi-weekly?
Yes.
And do you know how much that dental coverage would be if it was just you as the employee?
$22.67.
Okay. And how many individuals does that dental policy cover?
The 2267, the one for just myself?
No, the dental, how many people are covered on your dental policy?
4 people are covered and it's $40.54 per pay period.
Okay, do you have any unpaid medical bills for Addison and Aston, or Aston rather?
From my knowledge, no.
Are you asking for the court to order any retroactive medical support for Addison or Aston?
I'm asking the court to cover at least 12 months worth
Of what?
of retro payment for their insurance, the premium.
Okay.
Was he in jail during that period?
No, ma'am.
How
Well, I
would-
take that back. He might have been, he did get incarcerated November 8th of 2024. But how long is unknown. It was in Texas though. from my understanding, he was, the case was dropped from what I read.
In the last 4 years, have you and Mr. Albritton lived together with the children?
No,
All right, since July of 2021, has Mr. Albritton provided you any support for the children?
he has sent 2 Venmo payments totaling $200.
And are you asking for the court to take a retroactive support judgment for that period of time?
For just Addison and Aston, yes.
Do you know what kind of work Mr. Albritton was doing during that time?
From my understanding, he's been a tow truck driver.
Okay, and how do you know that?
His Facebook page.
Do you know how much he was earning doing that sort of work?
I have assumed at least $15, but I do not know for certain.
Why do you believe it was 15 or more?
If I'm not mistaken, about a year ago, he had mentioned that he can't make less than $17, something of that nature.
Okay, and do you know what he meant by can't make less than? Do you know what that meant?
He had expectations for himself.
So all of his in and out of jail and drinking didn't affect his ability to drive a tow truck?
I have questioned that as well, but no, it has not.
Huh.
Do you know if Mr. Albritton is currently employed?
I believe so.
Right, and why do you think that?
Because he has mentioned tow truck driving on the couple of occasions we hear from him throughout the year.
And do you have any knowledge on what he is making?
As of today, no.
Do you have any reason to believe there's been any change in his income since the last dollar figure he provided you?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. Does Mr. Albritton have any other biological children under the age of 18?
According to the DNA test, he has rights as a father. Or excuse me, he does not have rights as a father. There was a DNA test that proved he does have a biological child with someone else.
Okay. Does he have a court order to pay support for that child?
No, he has no rights.
Do you know?
Is this the child from the previous order that you all counted and gave credit for, or is this a different child?
It is the same child, but I don't believe he should have been accounted for the first time. But unfortunately, it was 10 years ago, so don't have too much say in that. From my understanding, there was a DNA test that was completed.
Mrs. Kowski, do we know if this is a Texas order or from another state?
No,
Or-
Judge, it is a Texas order in, give me one moment. It is a Texas order from Harris County, signed by the court on December 15th, 2015. And it establishes paternity and establishes current child support and medical support at 0 and includes a finding that Mr. Albritton is currently was incarcerated at the time of the order, and therefore minimum wage presumption did not apply. There's no retroactive judgment, and there's been no modifications since.
So credit is warranted. Unless a bill of review was done that overturned that order.
Not, all I've got is the order. I don't see that it was modified or any further.
Ma'am, you think there's been further litigation,
No, there has not.
but you don't think he's the father of that child?
I can't go against the DNA test, but I do know that he has no rights or relationship with the child.
Okay. And he was living with you all in Texas when these two children were born?
We separated prior to Easton being born in 2020.
Okay, but he was in Texas when he signed the acknowledgement of paternity?
Correct.
Ms. Reyes, is there any family violence between you and Mr. Albritton?
No.
Does he know where you currently live?
Yes.
If you were to move from your current address, do you have safety concerns being required to tell him where you moved to?
As of today, no.
And do you have any safety concerns with any third party having access to your contact information from today's court order?
I would be fine if y'all have my information and Josh does, but outside of that, no.
Is there a specific third party that you're concerned about, or is it more of a general privacy concern?
Both.
Okay, can you explain to the court what you mean by that?
Josh was in a relationship with someone, a companion that I do not agree with, and she has said on multiple occasions that she wishes that I was dead and that she doesn't want to be a part of my life. So if I were to move from my current location, she knows where I live now, but if I were to move from my current location, she will not know anything about me.
Is he still dating her? Because you kind of said it like they're not.
We only hear from him when they're fighting. So from what I was told, they're not together. But I don't know. We don't communicate with him enough for me to know, but I just know it's not an environment for the kids.
Has this paramour of Mr. Albritton's ever shown up at your residence unannounced or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right, pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Reyes, the state doesn't represent you. Do you think there's anything else additional I need to hear?
There are a few things that I wanted to talk about. Um, Josh doesn't unfortunately know where the kids go to school, but I've had a few situations with this school where I was unavailable, and I would like to remove Josh as the emergency contact and have someone that is close by, preferably my mother, be the secondary contact for CCISD. They told me that I had to have it in a court-ordered document, to remove him and put someone else. That would be one thing. I do want sole custody of the kids, for obvious reasons. I'm the only parent that they have, unfortunately. I do everything from school pickups. Just sorry, talking about this out loud is a little tough. Um, One moment, sorry. Um, I do want sole custody of the kids to continue making the decisions for them. If possible, I would like to have passport authority so that we can take vacations outside of the US. Um, I'm okay with Josh seeing them. And eventually down the road, I would like him to have visits with them without me being present. I'm just asking that the court require him to be sober. So, whether that's a device that I pay for or that he pays for, he's more than welcome to see them as long as we know that he is mentally stable and sober.
Can you clarify what you're asking for there?
So for my understanding, we're going to ask for supervised periods so that Josh can see the kids. I would like to extend the periods beyond 6 periods. I think he needs more than 6 visits to know who the kids are. But after that, we had it in writing that Aiden be allowed to go with him the first, third, and fifth weekend when he did live in Texas. I am fine with him having private visits with the kids. I just want to make sure that he's sober before he picks up the kids or is around them.
How do you know that he drinks?
Every time that he calls, you can hear it in his voice, and I have text messages saying that all he does is drink. He's gone to the hospital numerous times in Iowa since he's been there, for over drinking. I mean, it's just a known thing. He has the medical records. I have text messages and his verbal communication with me.
Is drinking part of his criminal issues that he's been in and out of jail for, or are those unrelated?
Drinking contributed to it, but it wasn't the cause of his arrest.
Is there anything else, ma'am?
We had talked about two things prior to this call, but I was asking for 50% of Aiden's phase 1 of his braces. I did provide the Attorney General's a copy of the payment ledger. The braces for him cost $1,555.
Before we go down this path, they did not, did you plead for that, Ms. Laskowski?
No, Judge, we did not.
Okay, I can't entertain issues that are not pled for, especially on a default.
What do you mean pled for?
To get before a judge, pleadings have to be filed with the court. They're written documents that explain what the requests are from the parties. And I only can grant relief that is in those pleadings and written and writing, and that he has notice of.
Is that the same for daycare expenses?
Yes, they did ask for back child support, but they did not ask for specific reimbursements. Did you, Ms.
So because I have this court case now, I have to wait the waiting period before I can make another modification to add those pleadings in?
I can't give you legal advice, ma'am. I just can tell you what I can and can't do today, and even this is stretching it a little.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a chance to speak again. Ms. Laskowski, would you like to make a closing where you summarize what you're requesting?
Yes, Judge. The court or the state would ask the court to make appropriate orders regarding possession and conservatorship and possession and access for the two additional children, Addison and Aston. To go in line with the previously ordered conservatorship and possession and access terms for the previously established child, Aiden. The state would ask the court to order current child support and medical support based on the presumption that Mr. Albritton is capable of earning at least minimum wage 40 hours a week.
Did you confirm what that number is in Iowa?
Iowa's minimum wage is the same as federal minimum wage. $7.25 per hour. Regarding state taxes, Iowa state income taxes are assessed at a flat rate of 3.8%.
Do you need a moment to do the math?
Guideline calculations for minimum wage, $12.56.67. Monthly credit for 113 cash medical reimbursement and 19 cash dental reimbursement. With those are the max percentages of
Sorry,
9
can you repeat that? I didn't follow all that.
gross minimum.
I heard
Gross-
that. It was the credits that I got lost in.
Okay, credit of 113 for cash medical, based on 9% of gross monthly income. Credit dental for cash dental of $19 based on 1.5% of gross. Credit for $48 monthly state income taxes based on 3.8% of 1256.67. That brings monthly adjusted net resources to $980.54. 3 children before the court. Okay, I did this with no others, so let me edit. Credit for 1 other child. That would bring current child support to $227 per month. Based on 23.13% of net. And that is using the low income guideline percentages.
You did the math calculations on her, because her testimony was what hers was for employee only or for family, and it was biweekly. Did you do the math and figure out the monthly amounts for just the kids on those? Just to be sure these are appropriate.
Yes, Judge. Okay, so $215.47 per pay period for biweekly pay period for all 3 individuals, or 4 rather, 4, the 3 children and Ms. Reyes, with Ms. Reyes's portion being 105.11 per pay period. That would be the children's portion 110.36 per biweekly pay period times, okay, so 110.36 times 26 pay periods divided by 12 months would come out to 239 is what it's costing Ms. Reyes for the children's portion for the health insurance. And then for the dental, $40.54 per biweekly pay period, with Ms. Reyes's biweekly portion being $22.67, leaving the children's biweekly figure at $17.87 times 26 pay periods divided by 12 months for a monthly average of $38.72, rounding up to 39. That's still over the 1.5% of what is max for dental on minimum wage. The state would further ask the court to make appropriate orders regarding retroactive child support and
Do you have a
medical
calculation for that?
for retroactive support. Minimum wage, 1 child, other. Mm. $78. Medical, he's only been in Iowa for a year. $296.40
And
versus
do we know how long she's had insurance? I'm not sure. It's possible she testified to that. I don't think I heard it.
she did not testify to that, but she did, Ms. Reyes, I believe, did testify that she's asking for just the past 12 months worth of premiums,
Okay,
not additional.
okay.
So 296 versus 250, that's 46 times 53 months. $24.38 minus 200 direct pay, that would be $22.38. And the state would ask the court to take a child support arrearage judgment as of November 16th, 2025 in the amount of $39,522.74.
Are you gonna give him credit for the $200?
I applied that toward the retro
Okay.
calculation. I'm not sure if that,
What was your judgment as of date?
November 16th, Judge.
Okay.
And a medical support arrearage judgment of $12,772.89, also as of November 16th, 2025. And the state would ask the court to order Mr. Albritton to pay the
I'm sorry, what were the cumulative? I'm not, I'm really struggling to follow you. This is a lot of numbers. I'm sorry. So for the premiums, you did the actual cost and not the 9%? Is that what I'm hearing, or am I? No. Do you need a moment to do the calculations?
yes, please, Judge. Okay. So $39,522.74 child support arrearages for Aiden as of November 16th, 2025. Plus $2,438 retroactive support for Addison and
Is that the difference between what it would be at the current child support amount and what it would be for the 3 kids? Or did you just add the amount for the 3 kids?
so 296 minimum wage, 3 children, 1 other, versus 250 for what he was previously ordered to pay. So that's $96 or $46, I'm sorry. At 53 months, that's $2,438. Then credit for the $200 direct payments. That's a cumulative child support judgment of $41,760.74. The state would ask the court to order Mr. Albritton to pay that judgment off at the rate of $300 monthly, beginning December 1st, 2025. For medical support arrears, the state would ask that the court take a retroactive medical support judgment for the premiums for 12 months worth of premiums for Addison and Aston at the max would be $113 minus the $78 that was previously ordered to pay. That's a difference of $35. Times 12 months, that's $420 retroactive medical support, plus $12,772.89 medical support arrears for Aiden as of November 16th, 2025, for a cumulative medical support judgment of $13,192.89.
Can you repeat that number? What was it?
$13,192.89 as of November 16th, 2025. And the state would ask that the court order Mr. Albritton to pay that judgment off at the rate of $100 monthly beginning December 1st, 2025. The state would ask that the court make appropriate orders regarding non-disclosure of Ms. Reyes's contact information and order that Mr. Albritton pay court costs to the Galveston County District Clerk on or before November 17th of 2026.
Ms. Reyes, is there anything you would like to say about your requests, if they're different than that?
So I pay $154.33 per pay period for all 3 kids, excluding their vision. So if you subtract the $78 that Josh was already ordered to pay for Aiden, that leaves $76.33 for medical and dental for Addison and Aston. I was only asking for 12 months of reimbursement for Addison and Aston, and the total that I got was $915.96. So I would ask the court to reimburse at least for the 12 months. And then just keep in mind, this does not include co-payments. It doesn't include, the medicine, everything, the shots, everything else that comes along with it. And then I would also like the court to reconsider including the other child, being that he does not have any legal rights to this other child.
Which is the kid with the braces? Which child
Aiden.
was Aiden? Okay, from the original order. Okay.
Yes. On the original order, it did say that he was required to pay 50%.
Yeah,
Anything
I
else
know.
would co-payment.
Are you also asking for a cumulative dental support judgment for 12 months?
Yes.
Did you calculate that, Ms. Laskowski?
No, Judge, but I will.
Okay.
So if we're talking based on minimum wage, the max he could have been ordered to pay would have been 19 times 12 months, 228. The state would ask him to, if the state would ask for, based on the state's calculations, that would be a $228 judgment for the max he could have been ordered to pay for dental support. And the state would ask for the court to order him to pay that off at $5 a month beginning December 1st, 2025.
So what was that number?
200,
You're asking
220,
200 per month?
no, $5, the
Okay.
judgment of 228 at $5 per month.
That was what I missed. And ma'am, I know you're asking for supervised visits. Your last order was very vague about where those would be held. But you also want a non-disclosure of your address. So where would you want, how would you envision those visits looking?
If we can have it worded that it happens in Galveston County.
But how would he know where to go?
Um, hmm.
And pickup and drop offs would also need to be addressed in case you moved and didn't. I guess you're still telling him where you reside. So I guess it
Mhm.
could still be your house.
That's fine.
And you would be the supervisor.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to render now. Well, I'm first finding there's long arm jurisdiction over Mr. Albritton with regard to the two new children, and that the children were conceived here in Texas, and he signed the acknowledgements of paternity here in Texas. I'm ordering that Ms. Reyes is the managing conservator and that Mr. Albritton is the possessory conservator of the two additional children, Addison and Aston. And I'm ordering that Ms. Reyes has the right to determine their primary residence with no geographic restriction. I am removing the general right from him so that he does not have the right to be designated in case of emergency. That one is going to be removed.
Thank you.
For visitation, it's going to be similar to the original order. The first phase will be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month. I'm going to do that for 13 periods. And those are supervised by Ms. Reyes or a competent adult. I'm ordering that and this is going to apply to everything. So this is for your note-taking purposes. These two things I'm about to say don't just apply to this first phase. One, I'm enjoining Mr. Albritton from consuming any alcohol or drugs or illicit drugs within 24 hours or during a visit with the children. And he also must give 7 days written notice of an intent to visit by app close. The next phase will be the 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month. I'm doing those for 13 periods as well. I'm doing all these for 13 periods. And all of these initial phases, again, sorry to cause confusion here, the initial phases are all going to be in Texas. Specifically in Galveston County, Texas.
Okay.
If you move, I don't know what you're all going to do. And so the next phase is from 1 to 5 p.m. I'm sorry, I did that already. The next one, yeah, is 8 to 5 p.m. on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month for 13 periods. And if he gets through all these, he would move to the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month from 6 p.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. Sunday for 13 periods. And if he gets through all of those, he would then move to the standard possession order. And the injunction applies even for the standard possession order.
Okay, so I'll just put that in like a general injunction section instead of, okay.
And I'm going to make the assumption that if he makes it to a standard possession order, he's regularly visiting, because it will take a while to get through all these 13 periods if you're doing it once a year.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Is it to clarify this?
To clarify, it's phase 1. You
Okay.
said 1 until 5 p.m. the first, third weekends for 13 periods?
First, third, and fifth Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Child support, I'm ordering that he pay child support based on minimum wage. I'm finding that Ms. Reyes, well, I'm finding that we're going to be number 4, that we're deviating, and that Ms. Reyes has insurance for the children, but it is higher than, the cost is higher than the maximum allowed for the family code for reimbursement. And so the insurance still will be through her, but there's a family code prohibition regarding the maximum I can award in cash medical support. So I'm ordering that Mr. Albritton pay to Ms. Reyes cash medical support of $113 per month, beginning December 1st of 2025. I'm ordering that Mr. Albritton pay to her child support of $239 per month, beginning December 1st, 2025, with statutory step downs as each child emancipates. I'm ordering a cumulative judgment that includes the judgment and past due arrears, as well as back child support, giving him credit for the $200 he paid. So the cumulative judgment is $41,760.74 as of November 16th, 2025. And I'm ordering that he pay that judgment, Mr. Albritton pay that judgment back at a rate of $220 per month, beginning December 1st of 2025. That 225 will step up as the child support steps down.
Was that 220 or 225? You said two different things.
I'm sorry, 220. Thank you for December 1st, 2025. For a medical judgment, I'm ordering a cumulative medical judgment for the arrears as of November 16th, 2025, plus 12 months of premiums for the new children. So I'm taking a cumulative judgment against Mr. Albritton in the amount of $13,192.89 as of November 16th, 2025. And I'm ordering that he pay that judgment back at a rate of $100 per month beginning December 1st of 2025. The dental support, I'm ordering a dental support judgment against him in the amount of $228 per month as of November 16th, 2025, and I'm ordering that he pay that back at a rate of $4 per month beginning December 1st of 2025. I'm granting the non-disclosure request for a third party, and I'm ordering that the parties communicate through app close. And I'm ordering that Mr. Albritton pay court costs by November 17th of 2025.
2026.
I'm sorry, 2026.
And do we have a current dental support?
I'm sorry, I thought I said it. I guess I didn't.
I might have missed.
I might have missed it. Unfortunately, I have a lot of words here. Cash dental support. I'm ordering that the same, that there's I'm finding that could cause to deviate because of the limitation on reimbursement, but that she does have dental support available. And I'm ordering that Mr. Albritton pay to Ms. Reyes cash dental support of $19 per month. And all that was included in the child support amount.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And so the state's going to draft the order based on my ruling, and they'll be circulating it to you through DocuSign to review and sign off on.
Okay,
But thank you for coming in, and good luck with everything going forward.
thank you.